everyone. For the sake of time, I'm going to get started here. I'm Amy Hewlett with ARIVE, Director of Enterprise Sales. I've been with ARIVE about 2.5 years. We are a tech company, about 4 years old, and I'm super excited that you're here to hear about ARIVE. So quick poll of hands. Who here has already arrived? Oh, a lot of you. Okay. Who here knows nothing about ARIVE? Awesome. Welcome. So I've worked with C2 for a very long time. We have a long history together. They're a fabulous company. And over the years, we've been really just trying to showcase ARIVE in the best way. We've got some of the top LOs who are on ARIVE and who have really dug deep into our platform. So I wanted to use this time in a couple different ways. We're going to do a quick overview of what we are for those that know nothing about us. And then we're going to kind of dig into some tips and tricks, some things that maybe you know about, maybe you don't. I hope everyone walks away with at least something that they're like, I didn't know it did that, and now I know, so they're excited. And then we're also gonna use a little bit of time to go over some of the ways that C2 is helping streamline the process inside ARIVE. So we have a special guest, Rob, who's gonna come and speak about that session as well. And then we wanna have a little bit of Q&A at the end too, so we can help answer any questions. I'm happy to demo anything towards the end, but because we do have a lot of content and a couple of sneak peeks of things that are coming, I do need to do those on slides. So, what we are, we're an LOS. We have our own built-in point of sale. We have our own built-in proprietary product and pricing engine. What that means is we're adding lenders all the time. We've got over 22 integrated lenders. That's live pricing, piping in lender paid comp straight into your ARIVE account that is synced up with C2's comp as well. So all these things work together. They're seamless. If your application starts in the point of sale, which is included in your subscription, it flows right into the LOS. There's nothing separate about it. As soon as the borrower starts the application, it starts a loan in ARIVE. Your team can start collaborating. The PPE is also synced up, so what that means is you can live price, create a quote, directly send it out to the consumer, start an application, start working the file that way. And we'll kind of give you a look of what that looks like. We're adding a few more lenders. We just added Resi Central yesterday, and we have a couple more teed up to go. So we hope that this pricing engine is very robust and useful and valuable for you. It's all included in your ARIVE subscription. This is just what the origination system looks like. We have an awesome dashboard, which has a lot of relevant information. You can get some live pricing on your go-to scenarios up at the top left. You've got some CRM-like features about birthdays, loan anniversaries, early payoff dates, MI drop-off. And then you can dial into your recent loans as well as any of your loans in those pipeline statuses as well. In the pricing engine, I love this piece. This is just kind of my baby because I love our lenders so much. But we have an amazing quote tool. And so if you haven't been to our training classes, some people miss this. When you are pricing out a loan, you don't have to have a loan in process. This is just a pricing scenario. As you pick your products and pick your rates and dial in your fees, as you select them on the left-hand side, a little box comes up to create a loan quote comparison. As soon as you click on that, you can compare up to 3 different scenarios for your borrowers. You can dial them in and make them FHA 1, conventional 2, down payment assistance, right? You can go back up into the loan and make changes, and it will hang on to the first scenario. You make the change to down payment, you reprice it, you grab that one, it builds it out, right? And so here you're able to actually even edit this field, this entire form, and dial in all of those fees even on the form. You can call it whatever you want here up at the banner, 30-year fixed, FHA, whatever. But to you internally, you're going to see which lender you price with. That's going to be something that you'll always have a time date stamp, and you'll be able to see which lender you priced it with. And that gets saved forever in your quotes in your pricing engine for you to reprice, refer back to, or it saves in your actual loan file. So you have a loan quote tab. You can see anything you've ever sent to them with any loan quotes. You can also add a fee sheet to this. So once this is pulled up, you click a little add fee sheet, it adds down to the bottom of this, it becomes another page in your PDF. Then you can edit that and dial that in like an initial fees worksheet to a T. So a lot of flexibility and ability to customize that. Okay, so one of the things that's really cool with your Pro plan, everybody on C2 should be on Pro because we give it an amazing discount on Pro, so it's like $6 more than Core. We're gonna go through what those features are because you may not be using them. So one of the things that you get is your own point of sale. You have your own point of sale link, right? That's your online application. With that, in this Pro plan, you have the ability to customize it. These are all in your user settings. So initially you start out with a little bit of generic, right? You've got maybe your C2 logo up on the top left, you've got your branding here that they can click on, but with the customization, now you can add all of your messaging up top. So we have a lot of originators who will add a video here. So this image here is actually a live video that will play, right? So when consumers land on your page, you might want to walk them through, hey, welcome to my brand, right? Welcome to my online portal. Here's what this is going to be like. And then the messaging options are there for you along the way and even at the very end. So as they click submit that application, your own personal message can come up. What's coming next? What can they expect next, right? Because sometimes it's uncomfortable for them to use online tech. They're like, I submitted it, now what? You know, what am I going to do, right? So you can say, hey, thanks so much. We're going to be following up. I'm going to give you a call. My team's going to be reaching out. Okay, one of the cool things that we can do with the POS that a lot of people don't know is when you add business contacts into ARIVE, you can manually add them, you can bulk import them, but once you customize those with like their cell phone number, their email, you can grab a photo from them or if they email it to you or from some of the graphic that they have. Once you add them in as a business contact, then you can go in and you can actually create a co-branded POS link for that referral partner. So we call it the agent portal, right, which we have as well, but this is a branded page with their information on it. So let me show you what this looks like here. Did I go too far? Hang on a sec. Okay, so once you create that link, when the consumer actually goes to apply with you, it's going to be branded with you and that agent or that referral partner. This is a sneak peek on what it's going to look like here at the end of this month. So this is going to be exactly what it looks like. This graphic here with the house is going to be, again, your video, your image, your branding. That's where you're going to set yourself apart. But it's going to introduce you with your contact information and whoever is that referral partner. What's cool is you can grab that link that you've created for each person. Maybe it's a title agent that sends you business. Maybe it's a builder. Maybe it's, you know, an actual realtor partner. But whoever it is that sends you business, a financial advisor, put them in as a business contact, right? Put their information in. Now they have a link that brands you two together and that they feel special, right? I'm gonna give this, it's us. I know, they know that we're working together as a team. And then when they do so as that realtor contact, it's already gonna have them as that contact in that loan. That realtor is gonna flow right into that loan. So you know when that application gets started that that's the agent that referred that business to you. Sneak peek, we have dark mode coming. So for the guys and gals that love things in dark mode, this is coming. Rob's excited. Our CEO, Harish, is really funny. He loves this kind of stuff too. So this is coming here in a few weeks. In your user settings, which we can see here, there's user settings, borrower portal, that's where your unique POS link is, your realtor portal link. Now we have a switch theme for the POS and for the LOS, and that is going to be the dark mode. So this is what it's going to look like. If you like to save your eyesight and work in dark, we have that coming. All right, something that LOs do love but maybe don't know how to use is on your POS landing page, you have the ability to have a lead funnel tool. It's not a lead in that you're buying a lead and doing it, right? It's for agents or borrowers who are not ready to apply. They don't want to apply for the loan. They don't want you to pull credit and consent for all that. They just want to answer some questions. You want to say, hey, tell me what you're looking for. Let's start there. Maybe I'll ask some more questions, gather some documentation, but you're not consenting to pull credit. And so this is an option inside of your user settings. This is your POS configuration. You're able to customize the questions that get asked, right? We have a lot preloaded in there and you can uncheck any of them. So you can walk them through the experiences. What are you shopping for? And it leads them through all the questions. Once they've completed that, they're not giving social security number or anything that's gonna trigger TRID or cause credit to be pulled. That's gonna flow into your lead pipeline, which is separate than your loan pipeline. So it's just a safe way for maybe agents even. You can share this link. It's shareable. There's a link that you can copy and share with them and put it on your email signature, your website, wherever, for those that are just looking for, hey, can you send me a quote, right? You want to just get in contact. Another cool feature to support the Spanish-speaking community is we have an Enable Spanish app. One of the only POS out there that supports Spanish-speaking community. Each user, though, as LOs, do need to turn this on inside of your POS settings. You need to be able to toggle this on to support the Spanish app. Then it's up to the borrower when they go to your landing page, they just click that little button at the top right that says Enable Spanish. Everything will convert. This is the message that they get in Spanish. They acknowledge that this is going to be in Spanish now. And then the entire application, as you can see in this middle screen here, the entire application, all the questions, everything that may be asked throughout the process, even the condition doc upload, is all going to be in Spanish for them. Doesn't translate your application in ARIVE in Spanish. You're working in English because that's what agency requires, but at least from the borrower's perspective, they don't need to have a translator or feel unsafe about what are they asking, what are they doing inside here. They can at least be communicated to in the language of their choice. So that's pretty exciting. This is just another glimpse of those accurate loan quotes, the 3 scenarios side by side, as well as the fee sheet that comes connected to that. You can automate document collection. So a lot of users jump into ARIVE and they kind of skip over this, and this is really, really powerful. The POS becomes the document portal. It's the borrower portal after they submit the loan to you. So you can automate this process in your user settings to decide what those client needs are going to be. Client needs are think of, I'm asking the client for what? What do I need from them? If they take the application and say, I am refinancing and it's a condo, then you may want to automatically ask for HOA documentation, right? Or if they answer a question of alimony, you may want to ask for supporting documentation. If they're self-employed, you might want to automatically ask for certain types of tax returns. There's a lot of needs. In fact, I think, Kenny, I checked your account. I think you have like 38 in there or something for initial client needs. But it's up to you to decide what you want to turn on and how creative you want to be. But what's so powerful about this is that it's instant. You don't have to wait, I have to just review this application now. Now I have to come up with my list, because that's on you. They're waiting on you now, right, to get into that loan and create that list and send it back out. And that's stressful. That's a lot of time you're losing in the process. So to be able to have it submit and immediately turn into a borrower portal, documents, boom, instantly. As soon as they submit, loading up, here it is. Okay, great. What's awesome too is it's relevant to the way they took the application, so it should all make sense, right? It's in your messaging, it's how you describe those documents, what you want to gather from them. We don't control that, you guys get to control that. The way that you communicate and brand. But they can take a picture from their phone. In fact, this works best from a phone, from a borrower's perspective, right? There's no app. Everything we do, we communicate, is a little button that's always driving them back into their borrower portal. So they can take a picture of a document, they can literally upload it right into the matching client need, right? W-2, LOE, whatever you ask for. And it's going to go right into that bucket, and then it's going to be visible inside the loan. It's going to be inside the documents. Yes?
Do they do that inside the system itself? Or?
Yes. So they are not logging into an app. They are everything that's being communicated to them as soon as they created that online application, the emails that they receive are all going to have a blue button that's going to drive them back into the portal. So all they have to do is go back to any email you've ever sent them, which you're connecting your email to ARIVE, because that's going to allow the communication out of ARIVE to look like it's coming from you, not from ARIVE. So everything they get is you with your branding. Yes?
I've never set myself up as a customer.
Yeah.
And used it.
You should take your own application. Definitely. But this is really, really powerful, and it's amazing. You should really spend a little bit of time. This is what a loan milestone update looks like. You can automate your communication. So I grabbed a couple of examples of C2 LOs, but just so you can visually understand. Up in your user settings are your email templates. We now added the ability to have separate templates. So your messaging to your borrower might be different than your realtors, so you can have different templates for the audience. But when you set those up, we have some basic language already there for you. You don't have to start from scratch. But you can see examples of what, if you redo it, How nice that looks, right? Okay, hey, congrats, your loan is approved. Now this is what we're gonna do. This is what this means. This is how my team is gonna take the next steps. This is what to expect. If your loan funds, you can create a cool video, right, that they just click on, and now it's like walking them through the process or celebrating with them. These images are powerful and video is powerful. So you start out with something that looks kind of like, okay, but it's not hard to put in there a little bit of thought in how you want to communicate. And these are automated in our system. So if you set these up to fire, as your loan is moving through the system, now you have to move your loan through ARIVE, but as the loan moves to those systems, whether you or your processor are advancing the loan, these are going to automatically go out for you. So it's not a separate manual process. Okay, and last but not least is the secure doc upload link. So this is a pro feature as well. I just want you guys to appreciate this. Inside every loan, in the Documents tab, at the top is a share upload link. This is really, really cool because we like to keep borrower data that's sensitive all in one place, and we don't want to be asking for a non-purchasing spouse to upload their bank statement they're on, or a gift donor to be sending you a bank statement via email. This link is for anyone who you want to interact with for this transaction. You can go to a title, you can go to realtor, it can go to the pest company, it can go to non-purchasing spouse, it can go to a donor. You share this link, you can pop in their email, it's going to send them an email with a link, or you can copy the link and share it some other way. But anything they upload into this link is going to go right into this file in this document tab. So they don't have to do the POS and create a borrower portal. Also, some people may not want to go through that process, right? They're not tech savvy, they're not confident, they don't like it, just tell me where to send this stuff. So this is a way that you can, again, keep it out of your email, keep it all in ARIVE. You just grab it there, unique link for each loan.
When it goes in there, can they see it in there, or no? Can they get in there and see what has been put in there?
On the receiving end, I don't know. You think they can? I know that yeah. No, not at all. No, they can only see what they've uploaded. They can't see everything else that's been uploaded to that link. That's a great question. Yeah, no, that would not be good for sure. Okay, so let's just jump into then the C2 specific disclosures in ARIVE. I do have slides just in case, but we're gonna log in here into a test environment. I'll let you introduce yourself, Rob. Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob. I'm the originator of C2, been here about 3 years. The way this kind of came about is I was having some trouble with a file upload. I'm sure nobody here has ever had that before. And so I was like, wait, why don't we just fix disclosures instead of trying to make the file upload process easier? So I reached out to David and said, sure, have a crack at it. And so this is the solution we came up with, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's come up a lot, and it's a streamlined process. So basically, there's always been disclosures in ARIVE, but now we've kind of made it so it works the way it's supposed to work. So I'm going to show you how it works. This is a test bar that I made. We organize all the files, all the forms that have to be signed, put the signatures where they're supposed to be, different. The data checkboxes where they're supposed to be. It pulls data from the application into the disclosures so that there's very minimal clicks you have to go through. There are a few things you need to double check. So this is we're going to go through how you actually send disclosures in ARIVE. So the few things you need to check, very simply, go loan center, make sure you selected a lender, and you have a loan number in there, because that's on a lot of forms, right? The other thing is we created some custom fields to make sure that everything you fill out on the disclosures actually gets pulled over to the form. So if you go on loan and property, you might have seen this because it's been out there for a little bit, but it's not a requirement yet. Does your scroll not work? How do you live?
I don't scroll.
Your brain's upside down. Okay.
I'm left-handed, I'm sorry.
So down here on the custom field, you can see a lot of stuff is for ASF because that's probably the most important form that we have to fill out. And so there will be reminders that you will get when in the ARIVE process. So once the loan is in the loan setup stage, you'll get a reminder to fill out these fields. So it's more difficult for you to forget. So you fill out the ASF stuff, the lowest rate, the actual rate, the highest rate, and the prices for that. The other ones are, and the actual rate. The credit provider auto-populates Advantage, because I think like 90% of originators use Advantage here. If you use a different one, you can't edit that. And then if you didn't get written consent before you ordered credit, you need the verbal auth form, which is what this one's for. And then this box is the only one that really needs explanation. If options 1 and 2 on your ASF form are the same, you put an X in this box. If it's not, you leave it blank. We're working on fixing that so it's drop down, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So once you do that, then you go to disclosure forms and then ARIVE forms. And from here, you will see all the different packages that we've created. I've organized them so the stuff that is most commonly used is at top with the 2 stars in front of it. So if you're doing a California quick pay loan, so I don't know, half the lenders we use are quick pay, and most loans we do are in California. You only have to select one of these. So California quick pay, conventional, you click this, and that's all you have to do. You fill this out, and you're good. And most of these forms, I think actually all of these forms are going to be pulled over and completely correct. You don't have to do anything else. It's generated, you send it. I wasn't sure how excited you guys were going to be about that, but I was excited about it.
We left a good pause for the applause, right?
So, I mean, obviously, if there is stuff that you're missing, you can go in here and add it. So I think the example I use, if you have a self-employed borrower, the 4506 or the 1040 is not going to work. You can go into documents and add one, 4506, 4506, and we created one for 1120s and 1065s. And you can go in here and modify what you need to and put the correct company name, the EIN, and this all works. I've checked the 4506 form because I know it's a big pain point for us as well, and it works with advantage once you have everything filled out correctly. Okay, so the next thing is pretty simple. It's pretty much click and go. This is if you want the disclosure to say something else, like you don't want it to say star quick pay and the customer to see that, you can change it to just disclosures or however you want to say it, or please sign me, however you want to generate it. And this will take a few seconds, but we'll talk about if it's not a quick pay lender or if it's not in California, you want this like 2 packages, one for the loan type and one for the state type. I know there's some states like Montana only has like 1 form, it's a verbal auth form, but for some of them, like I think Indiana's got like 8 forms. But the state ones are much more difficult. I didn't have time to go through all 1,000 of those, so you do need to double check those ones, but compared to what it used to be, much, much easier. All right, so you got this, and everything's going to be good to go. You can go through and double check it if you want, but if you've tested out and you're good to go and you're safe with it, then you can see the stuff on the ASF is already pulled over here, so you don't need to do anything else on that. Create e-sign need. Here's a different one. Usually there's a button right here that says set up e-sign, and that's all you have to click, and it automatically generates where all the signatures are supposed to go. I don't know why it's different today. It would be, of course, I'm presenting.
Well, and I'm logged in as you instead of you logged in as you, so
okay,
that could be.
that's fine.
Yeah.
It's usually just one button that says create or set up e-sign.
Set up e-sign.
Set up e-sign, and then it sets everything up, and you can send it all out. And so one thing I want to go through is if you have one that's not quick pay, so you do C2 conventional, same kind of thing. All the forms you need are up here. If you want to double check them, go for it. I've looked at all these forms. They should be correct, but I'm not 100%. I'm not authorizing this or anything like that. Generate, and then of course we have all the state forms as well underneath here. So after all the stars, you can see we've gone through all the states that C2 is licensed in. I think Maine was the one that we added most recently, and so that was just like last week. And you can go through here and see all the forms you need to have done. So Nebraska's only got 2. I would, again, say for all the state-specific forms, just make sure you double check them because I just made sure the correct forms are in there and most of it was done. It should be correct, but if you see anything on it that's on there that isn't correct and it could easily be fixed, email file status at C2 and it'll get forwarded to somebody and we'll get it fixed right away. All right, and so the last thing I wanted to show you is that after you set up the e-sign point, you don't want to send that right away because, of course, we want our borrower to get less emails. So we want to do the loan disclosures and then hit save on them. So they should go over to the client needs section, and then you do the same thing for the state-specific disclosures. And they should show up under client needs, the same place that you send them what we were just talking about, all the different forms you need, under the getting signatures. So I did a demo for Montana earlier, so it was conventional Montana, and then you can send both of them at the same time. So it's just one email they get, they go and do all the signatures at once. Cool? Cool. Got any questions on this? No? Guys ready to dive in?
I'm just going to put this, yes.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to just put this up on the screen really quick. So I'm just going to say, shout out to Rob. He spent a lot of time putting this together. Shout out to C2 for just investing in ARIVE and you guys and the process, because they really are here. This is all to remove pain points. This is all to make your process smoother and easier and better. So it's a work in progress as well. So be a participant, right, with this. If you have suggestions, send them up. The compliance team is looking at them. They want to make this right for everybody. It does need participation with that, and then you're welcome to contact Rob as well. But if I haven't met you yet, come see me at the booth. But thank you all so much for being with ARIVE.